DaVinci is one of the most powerful video editing softwares out there. It's packed with a ton of awesome features that can give your videos that professional look. So let's start on 9 essential tips you need to know in DaVinci Resolve. Let's select a clip and go to Inspector in the top right corner and choose the File tab. You have a series of metadata fields that you can access. In the comments video, let's type in video. You can also add comments for the next 2 clips. You can also search your project for specific words. Go to your master bin, click on the search option, press on the downward arrow to choose if you want to search all bins or just the selected bin. Choose which fields you are trying to match or if you want to search all fields. We can go ahead and choose all fields and type in video. And now you can see all videos with that specific keyword. Go to DaVinci Resolve Preferences menu. Choose User, then Editing. There is a category of preferences for automatic smart bins. You can create smart bins for anything with shot, scene, or people metadata. Or you can create your own custom smart bin. Go to File menu. Choose New Smart Bin. Then you can create your own rules to narrow down the footage inside of that bin, such as keywords that do contain certain words. Also, one trick is if you hold down the Option or Alt key and press plus, it turns it into an option menu like this, so you can add more rules inside the smart bin. If a clip has audio, you can insert it into the timeline without the audio. You can hear the audio scrubbing on this video. If you want to turn it off, hold Shift and press S. Let's say we only want the video part of the clip. Let's go ahead and add an in point over here and an out point. This is the portion of the clip that I want to use. If we drag and drop the video, we also get the audio part. So go to Source Viewer and specify using one of the overlays if you want to edit just picture or just sound. Click on the overlay and drag it across the timeline viewer and choose Overwrite. This will also insert your clip without audio. There is another way of doing it as well. At the left-hand side of the timeline, you have 2 buttons with red borders. V1 and A1. These are source controls. Clicking on A1 will disable that button. That is the audio source control button. Now you can use the timeline buttons, such as the insert button, and the audio will not be brought into the timeline. Or you can lock the video button, the V1 button, and bring in just the audio of that video. Let's say we want to add a 3-second clip. Let's add the in point, and then we can use the timecode information. So hit the plus key on the keyboard and type in 300. This translates to 3 seconds. So 3 seconds 00. And then hit the return key. And the playhead is moved to 3 seconds later. Well, actually, it's 3 seconds and 1 frame later. So if you want exactly 3 seconds, then you can move the playhead 1 frame before. And you can add the out point over here. And now you can just insert it into the timeline. To zoom in and out, you have multiple options. So you have these 2 fixed zoom options. The full extent zoom, which will always show the full length of the timeline, irrespective of how much content is inside that timeline. And the detail zoom button, which allows you to zoom in wherever the playhead is at. And then you also have a custom zoom button. You set this by using the slider to the right of the button, or use the plus and minus buttons. Or you can use the keyboard shortcuts. So hold down Control or Command and press equal or minus. Modifying the height of audio and video tracks. If you have a 3-buttoned mouse with a scroll wheel, you can hold down the Shift key and use the scroll wheel in order to adjust the height of each track. And you can also change the height of the audio part in order to get a larger audio track. And you will easily see the waveform of each clip. And this is very useful if you want to easily see the waveform for each clip. If you do not have a 3-buttoned mouse, you can use the timeline view options in the left corner of the timeline. Use the track height sliders at the bottom of that menu in order to adjust the height of the video and the audio tracks. You can also choose to change the audio options, so the way you see the audio waveform. You have non-rectified waveform, a full waveform option, and also you can check or uncheck the waveform border. And you can also change the way you see the video. So you have the film strip view, where you see different images in the timeline, a thumbnail view, where you only see the same image at the beginning and at the end of the clip. Remove the video or audio part of a clip. Let's check out the clip that also has audio. You notice on the left-hand side of both the clip and the audio, there are two little chain link icons. These indicate that both audio and video portions are linked. Using linked clips is very useful since you can move them around very easily. If you select the video portion, the audio will automatically get selected as well, so you cannot lose either one of them. Let's say you want to remove the video portion of the clip. To override the link temporarily on the timeline, just hold down the Option or Alt key on your keyboard and click on the video clip to select it. You can also turn off the link for the entire timeline by pressing on the link button. Now let's ripple delete the clip. So hold down Shift and then press delete. This ripple delete option closes the gap and ripples the entire timeline to make the timeline slightly shorter. You can use the blade edit mode. Find where you want to make the cut. Then go to the 4 buttons in the right side. The first is the default selection mode. This allows you to select clips, move them around, or delete them. Then we have the blade, or you can press B on your keyboard. Bring the blade down into the timeline, and you can easily have it snap to where the playhead is at. Then click once to add the edit. This will make the cut in the clip. That is the beginning part of the clip that I want to remove. So let's find the end of the clip. Take the blade tool and click once more to make the edit. Then hit A to choose the select tool. To delete the clip, let's press Shift Delete so we create a ripple delete in the timeline. If you use the select mode, select the beginning part of the clip and drag towards the right to trim the clip. As you can see, we have a problem here. It deletes the portion of the clip, but it also leaves a gap inside the timeline. So there is a more efficient way of doing this. At the left side of the timeline, go to the 4 buttons. Choose the trim editing mode, or you can simply press T on your keyboard. Now go to the beginning of the clip and start dragging your mouse to the right. The rest of the timeline is changing. It is rippling the rest of the timeline back. You can also go the other way, adding footage back to the clip. At the top, you can also see how much you are removing from the clip. So that is it for today. Follow me for more video editing tutorials in DaVinci and CapCut.